Good afternoon from the National Weather Service office in Gaylord, Michigan. Welcome to the latest hazardous weather briefing for eastern upper and northern lower Michigan. Today is Sunday, May 12th, 2013. Happy Mother's Day. As we take a look at the hazardous weather highlights for this week, it looks like our main one is going to be the freeze warning that we have out tonight, and that will last in through the morning on Monday. And just remember that the main impacts of this are damage to sensitive plants. So if you have any annuals or other sensitive vegetation that you have outside that you can put inside, if you can't, then make sure that you have them covered up so that they might be able to resist the temperatures a little bit more. But we're expecting temperatures to get down well below freezing. In fact, 22 in Gaylord and Grayling is what we're expecting. We'll have more on that here in a bit. We also have thunderstorms possible in northern Michigan for Tuesday night into Wednesday, and it looks to be an interesting setup. Although we're expecting thunderstorms, and we'll get a little bit more into this in a bit, but there is a possibility that if we can't rule out the possibility of one. So here we go. Current weather, we had the low pressure that kind of moved through here as well as its little trough. That helped to kick off a fair amount of snow here for the morning, and in fact there was a little bit of lake effect as the snow bands were showing up on the radar, and that's continued to move out. The drier air is pushing in, and it has stopped at least here in the Gaylord area, and most of the areas will continue to see a little bit of snow here for a bit, but it should wind down here during the evening. As we get into Monday, then we're going to see a nice little moderating of the temperatures. It's going to warm up a bit, and that'll get us set up for the next day on Tuesday when that warm front really comes through. We'll see quite a bit of a warm up as we get into the 60s on Tuesday with the warm front. However, that's going to last for only a short time, as then the warm front will be kind of stuck over us for a bit, and then the cold front will come through. Because this is going to happen mainly at night, there's enough of a cap that'll probably keep most of the thunderstorms down, but we can't rule out one thunderstorm or two, around the region that could possibly become severe. But right now, it is unlikely we would get any severe weather out of this. So as we see, the Storm Prediction Center has a severe weather outlook on day 3, and you see that little C text up there, which means that that's what in their discussion that they have, that they can't rule out something happening, but it is unlikely at this point. They're just general thunderstorms over the region. So as we go in and take a look at this, cover up your plants. We are expecting below freezing temperatures for several hours. In fact, most of the temperatures will drop below freezing sometime just after midnight, and so we'll have almost 6 to 8 hours worth of below freezing temperatures. As you see the temperatures across the region, we're expecting anywhere from 22 degrees, Gaylord, Grayling area, all the way up to about 30, 32. Along the coasts, like I was looking at the weather map earlier, we've got 35 near Harbor Springs, and some of those areas, Frankfort's kind of along that same line. Right along the coast, it may not get below freezing, but most of northern lower Michigan is going to be in that 22 to 32 degree range, so expect some frost damage in some areas, or freezing damages. We do still have some gale force winds out on the Great Lakes this evening, but that will come to an end here as we get on into the evening. And then thunderstorms are possible Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. So just be glad we do have more seasonal weather that returns during this week. This concludes this afternoon's hazardous weather briefing. Thanks for listening in. If you have additional questions, you can find us on our website at weather.gov/Gaylord. You can ask us questions and give us reports on Facebook and Twitter. And don't forget that we also post things on YouTube from time to time, as well as this hazardous weather briefing. The next scheduled briefing is expected around 5 a.m. tomorrow morning. Thanks for listening, and see you tomorrow.